Welcome to podcast from House of Compassie. And today we will have a very special guest. Our first guest is Mr. Hemmen Mahmood.
Well, Hemmen, thank you for coming. And we're glad that we can have you here. We're also glad that we can finally start with the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you also to be here, to be the first one.
The first one,
yeah.
Yes.
Hopefully it's not the last one.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Thank you for your hard work also.
You are
Make
welcome.
it happen.
Yes, exactly. So, Hemmen, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Hemmen Mahmood. Ik ben Kurdish from North Iraq. I have been living in Europe for almost 25 years. And I'm living in Holland since 2008.
Mm-hmm.
I'm living close by Nijmegen. And I used to live in England. I have studied drama as a drama teacher in England.
Mm-hmm.
And I have worked as a producer, cast director, writer, and with a short film for the festivals. And in Italy, I used to work in Iraq and Netherlands. And I am, as I said, since 2008, I'm living in Holland. And I have been working for different foundations as a projectleider, organizer, and writer, scenarist with a different position by different foundations.
Wow, many things.
He's a man of many things.
Yeah.
I have more also, a lot to tell, but I just leave it for later.
Yeah, this is for us. This is for us to discover.
Exactly.
So you mentioned you are from Iraq originally. So how do you remember Iraq?
I am Kurdish from
Mhm.
North Iraq, let's say, part of your north.
Mm-hmm.
And how to be Kurdish in Iraq was difficult.
Yeah.
Because as you know, Kurdish, we used to have a country, but since beginning of 1920s, we don't have a one country anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And as a Kurdish to live in Iraq was not easy. We had to fight a lot to get for our freedom, let's say.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't easy to finish school, to study, to work, to live as a free man.
Mm-hmm.
But since 1991, we were like, okay, we separate part of, not anymore be with Iraq, part
Mhm.
of Iraq somehow, not officially,
Yeah.
and official like Kurdish government, Kurdish parliament. And we are still working on it actually since the time.
Yeah, that sounds really good, and hopefully we wish all people were living wherever peace and freedom.
Of course, of course.
So, do you remember when you first came to England?
Yes, it was 2002.
It's a long time ago, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. 2002, I arrived in England, and I was, I didn't know where I was. The way which I use it
Mm-hmm.
to go to England, I didn't know where. And once I opened my eyes, I was in Liverpool. And since the time, let's say from the beginning of 2002 till 2008, 7, I spent my time in England.
So, how old were you when you first came to England?
So I believe 19, 20 years old.
19.
Now you know my age, huh?
I'm calculating in my head right now.
I can't even, I mean.
Very old.
No, very young. So,
Yeah, don't forget which you. I'm your.
I'm sorry.
I'm your what? Stagebegeleider. So I'm your guider
Yeah.
by internship. So please.
so
Yeah.
like for our
It's a
It's
listeners,
all jokes.
I think both of you. So behave.
yeah, this is a very direct threat we are getting now.
No. Just take your time. Be free. You know how I work, huh?
Yeah.
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 Okay. I want to ask you about the language. I'm sure it was a new language for you, English. So how was it with the language?
The English language we used to study in
Mhm.
Suleimania,
Uh-huh.
like just it's one less,
Mhm.
but was not really. The English was easy. Actually, English language is easy. If you compare it to the other languages where I used to live, it was
Mhm.
easy to learn. Of course, you need time. You have to use it. It's not only learning. You have to practice with the around you.
Yeah.
But it was, it was not difficult to learn. And it also depends. When I arrived, I was like, okay, I was ready to work, to study. So
Mhm.
by studying, by working, by using every day the language, even everyone in the beginning you make a mistake, but don't look back. You make a mistake. No, just look forward to learn new and to practice. Even like sometimes you see with my respect with the Dutch people of English people, they speak the mother language, but still they make a mistake. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like we are not perfect.
True.
The only way you learn is by making mistakes.
So what was nice about England, living there, or what did you like?
The most which I like in that time
Mhm.
was more freedom. Like okay, it was like for me it was not so much rules over there in England in that time. Of course, it was a rule like in this way, but it was like for me I came from where I came from. It was also right like opener. A lot of things. England was somehow it was easy to get used to Europe through England. Life was easier
Mhm.
and study till the one level was easy. Like it was possible to study also and to work also in that time. And English people, like about the people they are really warm, like they welcome you and they are direct also,
Mhm.
and they are just like social, very social.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you lived there for some years, then you came to the Netherlands. What was the reason for you to come to the Netherlands? I mean, to choose the Netherlands.
I left England,
Mhm.
let's say it that way. I left because I was studying. When I used to live, I used to study, and I finished college 2 years.
Mhm.
And to be a drama docent, everything went okay. Beside this, I used to study English language
Mhm.
and some other college. My studying was in Liverpool Community College,
Mhm.
Liverpool. And I applied go to LIPA. LIPA is Liverpool Performing Arts. I wanted to study there for 4 years. And they accept me actually about the interviewing me. I was like, okay, because I had the theater background. I was like already participating with a lot of theater over there, and I have enough experience. I used to act really like good. Wow, everyone say, oh, Hemmen, you are really good with acting. So it was easy to accept me. And after that, when they found out which I had no status, no permission to stay in England, I was still in the process. And then they said, yeah, sorry, the government cannot pay for you.
Oh.
And the cost every year so much, £5,000-6,000, and I didn't have that money to pay for my study for 4 years. Then I was disappointed.
Yeah.
Then I left. So I have to go to somewhere else which I can to start new somewhere else. And I faced to Holland because I used to be here. Then I said, okay, I come to Holland. I didn't know how I faced to, but that was for me like, okay, to find out. He has closed this door. I have to look for another door. The door was Holland.
Wow. Welcome to Holland.
Thank you.
It's our luck to meet you.
Thank you. Same here.
So, and coming to the Netherlands, I'm sure it was not easy because you have Dutch language, and Dutch people, they speak English, but you need to learn the language. How was it for you?
I'm still learning the language, actually, Mr. Ahmed. You know, Dutch language, if you can speak English, Dutch is easier.
Yeah, true.
And then I tried to practice to learn where I was when I entered Holland. We went to the Aziz Zuka Center, it's a camp for refugees, and then we tried to learn from there, but it was not really have good possibility to learn from there. And you have to just use it outside the camp, and then the courses was limit from there. We couldn't go further with the languages, let's say. And actually till 2016 around, I used to speak English, never using Dutch. After that, I had to.
Yeah.
And then I start, okay, let me see, and start speaking Dutch, and then every day using. Now I can communicate with Dutch, let's say, with people. And at the same time, it's really funny to talk about this. I can also speak Arabic. I can also speak Farsi, a little bit. The Farsi, Persi, let's say from Iran, of Afghanistan. Arabic, because sometimes you guys surprised when I speak Arabic. Ahmed, I learn all from people here because of my work also.
We will get to your work. So, I have another question for you, which is, what was the biggest challenge for you, like coming to the Netherlands? I mean, in the Netherlands.
To face to here.
Yeah.
There was 3 years and a half. I had no status here. I had no income. I was like, they call it illegal, but I never call myself illegal. I was 3 years and a half around without paper here. So I really was, for me, is a challenge to survive. And I thank God I made it, and with a good result.
3 years. This must be really crazy.
It's a long time.
Yeah, and you have no papers, nothing?
No benefit, no. I just survive. Not living, actually. This is the surviving process of this.
Yeah.
That was for my big challenge, and I did it. And now we sit sometimes with the people, like how you did it. I say I remember 2 years of this, 3 years and a half.
Yeah.
But the other 1 year and a half, believe me, maybe a little bit I remember. I just every day fighting to not be cold or hot, of to get food, of to get some dry place to sleep.
Well, I'm wondering, like, after these 3 years, what changed? Like, how did you get the papers? How, like?
The paper. Yeah, after 3 years and a half, I got the paper from. I had to from I had a partner at that time. She provided everything for me, in 4 months I got the paper.
Yeah.
Like if you have a Netherlands, it still is like this. If you have a Netherlands partner, then you can apply for MVV aanvragen by END. Then it's a process you followed, and then if you are lucky, you will get it. If you are not lucky, then not. Sometimes it takes 1 year, or 2 years, or 3 years, or sometimes not. I was lucky, and 4 months back to Netherlands with the paper. After 3 years, I got. Daarna, after 3 years, I got my citizenship, so I have everything now.
Wow. I'm so glad for you. But also, it was not easy. It was really difficult. Imagine 3 years and you don't have papers. 3.5.
3.5, yeah.
Yeah, so that must be...
I also tried in between time, 1 year and a half, I tried to go to other countries to... just for to have some place to sleep, or to get some food, to have to just to look how I survive. I tried the other countries also in between. And it wasn't possible. I come back to, so without paper, without money. Imagine you wanna go to Italy from here.
Yeah.
How you gonna go? From here, Nijmegen, go to Amsterdam without paper, without money. How you make it?
It's difficult.
Difficult, of course. It was difficult. What about if you go to so far away and to see the light, little light from Italy, from here? Okay, I go over there, and you try. You get you don't get what you want over there, and you get disappointed, and you come back to the same situation where you used to live. And then I was back to Holland. Holland was something like, okay, this is my house, so I have to fight here further. Then I fight, and then I got it. So never give up.
Yeah, this is really very inspiring for me personally, because I'm struggling with the papers now, and for our listeners.
Yeah.
For me as well. You're forgetting me, Ahmed.
Sorry for that. Yeah.
No worries.
But I mean, you don't really have to go through all of this as a Dutch person.
Yeah, but I still respect it.
Yeah, I understand.
So after 3.5 years of not having papers to having papers, it's a big step, of course. How did you get connected to HvC Compassie? Because that's where we have our internship. That's where you work as well. Mm-hmm. At what point did you get connected to HvC Compassie, and how did it happen?
So I had a big network. I have still in Nijmegen. From Nijmegen, let's say, since I arrived to Holland, 2000.
Holland?
Yeah, living in Nijmegen, around Nijmegen, except some years outside Nijmegen, but I still had contact in Nijmegen. My network. So I used to work for different foundations as a volunteer, organizer, coordinating. Always the Nijmegen is not so big. Let's say all the foundations, they have connection to each other. So from this foundation to another foundation, let's say via let's say, I arrived to HvC Compassie to work in this beautiful project, which you are doing internship project. Verschilmakers, different makers. And I'm very proud to work as a coordinator by this project, which is we have a beautiful result.
Yes. And how long have you been working in HvC Compassie?
3.5 years. Yesterday's question was, you remember?
The quiz.
Yes,
I remember.
Yeah.
3.5 years.
Yeah.
That's not a really long time.
Is it long or not?
It sounds like a long time, So, it's been a while.
The project is for 3.5 years by HvC Compassie, but I work 2.5 years.
2 years and
2.5 years, sorry. I worked 2.5 years by HvC Compassie for this project. But the project Verschilmakers already for 3 years. First year, I wasn't working on this project. And the project Verschilmakers, maybe I can add something.
Mm-hmm.
Project Verschilmakers, in Netherlands you have between 23 and 25, I believe, between 20 and 25 foundations. They have this project Verschilmakers from Oranje Fonds. Oranje Fonds is a big foundation in Netherlands. And they give this project to around 25 foundations in Netherlands, and we have been working on this project. Every city is almost like we run this project, and this year was the last year, and then we win also the prize. To not forget, we win the best coördinator, best begeleider.
Yeah,
we win
like
this
guider.
Best, we win this prize. Was really nice. And then they are going to support us more for 1 more year, but not really like used to in this way. And then this project, we work with the young people in Nijmegen, around Nijmegen, to organize together the event, activities, workshops, and go together to the concerts, music concerts of theater, and also helping young people to develop them talent, also helping them to find the volunteer work, and also to make them more social to the society. This project right now, we have I can say we have a big success with this project, which we have almost like between 8 and 10 activities every month, from the live music, theater. We have different workshops. We have sport. We give the guest lecture op de Haan. We have. What else we have, guys? We have also creativity Avon, which we celebrate birthdays.
Hemmen, since you have been working for 2.5 years in HvC Compassie, would you like to share with us any special moment for you, like any memorable moment?
A special moment, I believe, by HvC Compassie, every day is a special day, special moment. what is nice by House from Compassie, we don't have a same job almost every day. We face to the new situation every day. New people come in, maybe same faces, but new, other spheres, let's say. It's not. I like really the people who are working together. I really enjoy to work with them. Really like, even if it's sometimes, like, we are like this. Imagine if you have your colleagues together to work, and every day when you see them, you hug them.
Yeah.
It tells a lot about it. And one of the foundations, which I'm so relaxed with it, they give you so much space to work on it. They give you like freedom with your own work, and right away automatically you feel responsible. You use it in the right way. That's how I work with my group, let's say, which we have almost in total 80 people in total who work for our activity for Verschilmakers, which I lead, let's say, those 80 people in total. Then it makes me like who I am right now, to be a success, and also to around me the guiders, internships of volunteers, of the deelnemers. They're all happy about us, let's say. That's also not only my success, let's say, it's the team's success, and the team is like with the big supporters which we have, is House van Compassie.
Yeah. Also, another thing that popped up, and then I go back to our last question and the thing we talked about. We talked about the Verschilmakers. And you also told us that it's important for the Verschilmakers to get young volunteers. But can you tell us and the listeners why it's so important to get young volunteers and not necessarily like any volunteer?
By every country, everywhere, wherever you see, the young people is very important. If you look around yourself, who is right now in charge in the city, they used to be young. And who used to help them in that time? Who made them for who they are right now? In the beginning, when they were like 18 or 14 years old. These are always, it's like it was one hand say, come, let's do this way. Of a chance, you get it. You take it right away. And young people is really important for everywhere, to guide them in the right way. And we know, is a now generation, what we have, like a screen generation of social media generation. It's really important that is dangerous on one side right now. The young people, they have all the screen, whatever they want, they can get it.
Yeah.
And then beside this, they forgot somehow them identity. Somehow like, okay, who I was, where, like in original, like, okay, you are not made to have in 24 hours, 16 hours to be beside the screen, let's say. I interview some young people. They say, oh, yeah, we use social media a lot. That's the only thing. Sleeping, eating, social media.
Yeah.
And for us, it's very important to tell them, come here. We need you for the future. That doesn't help you. Of course, it's a part of, you can use it in the right way, social media, of the screen and things right now for young people. Not everyone, I'm happy, which is not everyone. And then by us, like, okay, we invite the young people in Nijmegen, around Nijmegen, to talk to them what they need.
Yeah.
How we can get to run the city together with the young people and prepare them, helping them for the future. We have a different young people in Nijmegen, different backgrounds from everywhere. We have a Verschilmakers as well, I believe it's around 80 deelnemers and volunteers by us, by Verschilmakers, from different backgrounds. And we run all together, all young people. Of course, we have a mixed age also. We have 83 years Verschilmakers.
Yeah.
We have also 14 years Verschilmakers. We try to provide the activities like that way, which is fit the person and the character and the age and the things. And then our focus is young again. Back to your question.
Yeah.
Young people is very important to guide them and to help them. And I'm so happy which we have this opportunity, which at least we can help them to at least with 20 young people who come to us, then we can select some of them to help them to develop them talent. About, as I said, we have a lot of possibility like sport, theater, music, creativity is helping the older people. What you said earlier, Benjamin, it's also important to teach them how to help our opa, oma, our grandfather, grandmother when they get older. That way, which is helping young people to do volunteer work.
It's important in many ways.
Yeah, it's very important. Which we have a data. It says it's not a good result about this.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your answer.
You're welcome.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you. Yeah, and thanks for young people who are joining us. And
of course.
Yeah, and who will be someday part of Verschilmakers. So, Hemmen, what is your philosophy in life?
In one sentence, I would say never, ever give up.
Wow. Indeed.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Why? Just don't.
Don't
give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Try. You don't have a door, make a door, create a door over there. Ask people. Use your network. If you need something, if you can not do it right now, it means it's not the right time. Keep it for the right time.
And if a door closes, another one opens up.
The other one will be open, not today, but tomorrow. So never give up is about, under the never give up, it's a lot to tell. It helps you to be patient, to make you more patient and to make your own network bigger and bigger. Yeah,
and it helps you with being resilient. Maybe this is the advice we're going to give to everyone who is coming to the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And before, we're almost going to wrap it up, but before we do, I also wanted to ask you a question about your other work, which is not entirely unimportant, because I think it's just as important as your work at Huis van Compassie. But you want to tell us something about SNOV, because that's your other job.
Thank you. SNOV is Stichting Noodopvang Vluchtelingen Nijmegen. Is an urgent shelter for the people who get out of refugee camp. And we have in Nijmegen we have some shelters which we can use it. We can provide the place for them. That is SNOV. It's a short for SNOV. SNOV we call it.
Stichting Noodopvang Vluchtelingen Nijmegen. Ja.
Same as HvC, Huis van Compassie.
Ja, precies.
Okay. Yeah, I work as a projectleider by project toekomst perspective, future perspective, with 25 residents who they are living by us, and which is we have also a big possibility to help those people to imagine you have no right officially in this country, legally you have no right to do anything. You have no right to have a house, work, study, officially benefit from this country. What do?
You can't do anything.
Yeah, but now
look for help.
Yeah, look for help. And thank God we have SNOV here, one of the foundations in Nijmegen. We provide the shelters for them, and as said, we have also a project, future perspective. Under this project, we help them, some of them, to helping them to go to study. Right now, we have in total 5 residents which they are studying in the universities and in the aerospace. That's a really good result.
Oh, wow!
And we have also some others which we have found volunteer work for them, which they are working and helping in Nijmegen and some places like a garden and outside work. Let's say we have some others which they are following the courses. And then we have some residents also. They are learning the language, let's say, and we try to make them busy with something which can be very, very useful for themselves and for the here in Netherlands society. Because those people, they cannot go back to their own country because of a lot of different reasons with a risk, and they cannot go to the other country because they have give here as a first fingerprint, which we have a Dublin article here. It says like the first European country which you enter, you give the fingerprint, you stay there. If you go to the other country, then they send you back to. So for those reasons, they cannot go to other countries, and they are here also. And some of them they have like a family with the children here or alone. By us, we have only, we have people without family, only single people, let's say. This is a SNOV. We have a big team with around 20-25 volunteers and stagiaires by us. We work together and we have connect the project different makers with future perspective together, almost like with 7 activities we do together.
Yeah.
Because as for me is to have 2 different jobs and to provide for different 2 jobs, 2 projects is really is something which is not possible somehow, but we make it possible that way, which is we can connect those 2 projects together, and then we have a beautiful result, and we are stronger with together also.
Yeah, what can I say? For me, it works very well. I think you made it work very well.
Thank you.
Also, another thing that I was wondering earlier, you told us about a bit of history about you, about the fact that you didn't have papers in the Netherlands for 3.5 years, right? And in the end, you work for SNOV. I see some similarities.
Yeah.
I see some similarities between your past and your current work. Am I right about that?
Yes, you are. Do you know the SNOV is not about you have been studying to work by SNOV, I mean to have study for, which you have a big diploma, then you can work by SNOV. It's a life experience made me to put me in this position. I used to be one of them, so I can feel them, what they need, in this way. Like it was, I remember when we I applied for this job. It was, I don't know how many people they also applied in the same time for this job, but somehow I felt maybe the other people who apply for this job to be a project leader for this, maybe they have more paper than what I have. What I have give it to them, but for sure they have somehow not experienced life. The bagage, what I have in my bag, like the rugtas, backpack, is a full of experience, not full of diploma of certificate. Let's say in this way, I use this experience in the positive way back to those people who I work with right now.
It's nice you put it this way.
Yeah, thank you. With the residents and with the internships and all with the volunteers together all. And of course we have a deal namers. They will come from nowhere and they see how we do the work. At the end we are all human beings. In this way we have to respect each other. Where you came from is not there's something you have, but we are all human beings. Let's just work together in peacefully way, accept each other for who we are. One more thing also to remember, to say it here, because I always remember when I go to my work, when I go inside to my office, I remember one thing: the place where I am, where I have a project, which I'm leading this project in this place, like as a projectleider, leading the project. About maybe 13-14 years ago, I believe, and the same place I used to go over there to ask for the help. Please, can you help me? Please, I need some food, or I need a place for sleeping, if there's any possibility. It used to be another office, not for SNOV, let's say, in that time. And then it wasn't possible somehow, sometimes to get help, sometimes it wasn't possible. Because they have also not chance, not possibility, let's say, to give. Otherwise they would, I know them, in this way. And now when I enter this place, I go, 14 years ago, I used to come here to ask for help. Now I give help. So it means like, I'm so glad, which I never give up. I was just looking for, would just go up. And of course, with around me, they support me. I had a really good people, good network, which they support me. They didn't let me to go the wrong direction. So I'm so happy to see this result. And at the same time, that's why I said never give up, because of use your own network, please, in the positive way.
Yeah.
And then you will get what you want. Please. please. Don't try to use anything which is not good for your personality, for your family, for the city. Please don't do it, because this is temporary. You will get a punishment maybe for, you will go to jail for some years or whatever. Don't do it. Instead of paying attention to those things which is not good for yourself, for your family, for your character, for the city, for the society, turn it other way around. If I don't do it, to do it other way around. Good things, as I said, we have possibility for volunteer work. We have possibility for a lot of activities here, there. So please, everyone, welcome to us. Think about your future.
Yeah. Thank you so much. This is very inspiring, Hemmen.
So never give up.
Yep.
Thank you.
We're gonna ask our signature question. This question we ask it to everyone, which is, if you have a megaphone and you can send one message to the world, what would be this message?
I would say by 2 messages, shall I?
You can say 2.
By one of them, I will say, peace, no war.
Mm-hmm.
Then by my other message is accept each other for who we are.
That's nice.
Wow. We should really accept each other.
So we've had a nice conversation about all different kinds of subjects, but maybe there's something that we missed, that we didn't ask. Is there something like in particular that you want to mention to the listeners or to us in particular?
Yeah, it's not really somehow, but I would say I would like to see more people around us, around our projects. Come up, young people in Nijmegen, around Nijmegen. Please come to us, to HvC Compassie. We have different projects over there. We have big possibilities. We have almost 20 projects, so we have a big possibility to be internship, of to work as a volunteers and to help the others. Please, we are there to help the others. So please come to us, HvC Compassie. And also, if you can do something about newcomers, new people who are coming to Holland, in which way you can help, please contact us also. If you have some advice, or if you have some, if you want to, for example, to give the workshops, you have an idea about some project, if you are able to do sport, let's say, to give the sportive activities, which we have possibility, activiteit, you are looking for the theater workshop, of some other workshops. I know now you can always contact us, SNOV Nijmegen, our website of HvC Compassie Nijmegen, and it's written all the information around, and then we will reply you as soon as possible.
Well, thank you so much, and also thank you for sharing your story with us. It was a pleasure.
Thank you also for you guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for you also.